So, the whole TikTok saga, it's been a roller coaster for years, right? Full of political drama and just a ton of uncertainty. Well, guess what? The future of TikTok in the United States has finally been decided. A massive last-minute deal has changed. Well, everything. So let's break down what this actually means for you, for businesses, and for the future of the app itself.
Okay, let's just get right to it. This is the number one question on everyone's mind, the one that's been hanging over all of our heads for months. Is the app that we all scroll through about to just disappear from our phones?
The short, simple answer is no. You can breathe a sigh of relief. A huge new deal was worked out, saving the app from being shut down across the entire country. So, how did this 11th hour save even happen? Well, this new agreement allows the social media giant to keep its operations going in the US, which is a massive relief for the millions upon millions of Americans who use the app every single day. And when I say millions, I mean it. We're talking about over 200 million American users. I mean, think about that. This isn't just some niche app. It's a gigantic part of the digital world for a huge portion of the country. And this deal, it affects every single one of them. To really get why this deal is so important, we need to rewind a little bit and see just how close we came to a full-on ban. The whole conflict was really built around one single powerful idea: national security. For years now, the US government has been really worried. The main concerns were all about the security of American user data and the potential for that powerful algorithm to be used for foreign influence. And it all stemmed from its connection to its Chinese parent company, ByteDance.
And this timeline just shows you how fast things got serious. In 2024, Congress passed a law that was basically an ultimatum. TikTok had to divest, meaning sell its US operations, or face a ban. The clock was ticking. As that January 2025 deadline hit, the app actually went dark for a moment. It was crazy. Then a 75-day extension was granted to try and hammer out one final deal. It really came down to the wire.
So what does this solution actually look like? The deal isn't just a simple sale. No, it's a complete restructuring of how TikTok even operates here in the United States. The heart of this agreement is the creation of a brand new company, a joint venture just for US operations. The whole point of this new structure is to build a sort of firewall between American users and those national security concerns about ByteDance. And this chart really shows you the new power dynamic. ByteDance, the original parent company, now holds less than 20%, just a minority stake. The vast majority of the company, over 80%, is now in the hands of American and allied investors, like the tech giant Oracle and the investment firm Silver Lake. The crucial thing to understand here is that ownership has fundamentally shifted away from China. This table breaks down the two most critical changes. First, and this is a huge one, all US user data is now going to be stored right here in the US and managed by Oracle, a major American tech company. Second, that incredibly powerful content algorithm, it's going to be retrained and operated by the new US company, not by ByteDance. These two things are really the core safeguards at the heart of the whole deal. So who's running this new ship? The CEO is Adam Presser, who was already a TikTok executive. He'll be reporting to a 7-member board that is majority American. It is interesting, though, that the global TikTok CEO, Xiao Chu, will also have a seat on that board, which should help maintain some continuity. Okay, so that's all the corporate stuff, all the boardroom talk and data centers, but what does any of this actually mean for the millions of people like you just using the app every day? For the 200 million of you out there, the biggest news is super simple. The app on your phone isn't going anywhere. You can keep on scrolling, creating, and connecting just like you did yesterday. The part you see and use, that's staying the same. This is also a huge deal for countless businesses that really rely on the platform. I mean, think about the mortgage lending industry, for example.
They use TikTok to reach Gen Z and millennial homebuyers. But with the constant threat of a ban, it was super risky to invest time and money there. Now, finally, there's stability.
Yeah, this quote from Jessica Reed at Annie Mac Home Mortgage just nails it. She says, "This deal brings clarity and stability." With the future of the app finally secure, brands can confidently invest in long-term strategies like educating future home buyers and building trust. That big cloud of uncertainty, it's gone. So the app is safe, the data is secure, and businesses are relieved. It seems like everything started out, right? Well, there is one big, fascinating question mark still hanging over this entire deal. And it all comes down to this process called algorithm retraining. So what does that even mean? Well, essentially, while ByteDance is licensing its core technology, the new US company is now responsible for retraining and operating the recommendation engine just for American users. It's like they're building a new brain for the US version of the app, one that's totally separate from the global one. And that leaves us with the final and maybe the most crucial question. The app itself is staying, but will the magic, that hyper-personalized For You page that seems to read your mind, will that change? As this new American-run algorithm learns and evolves, we're all just going to have to wait and see if the TikTok experience we know today stays the same.